Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
And when you're down here with me,
You float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What up, film fans? Welcome to Season 7, Episode 6. Welcome to Bed Rest, and welcome to a new episode. You're listening to Friday the 14th podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Juan, joined by the other hosts.
Franco, what up?
What's up? The 4K bad guy.
Nick, Franco, what's up, man? You guys having a good week? How's everything treating you guys down there?
It's raining.
Oh, nice.
Flooding everywhere.
It's not. It's raining a lot.
Uh-oh. You guys are a little deep south, closer to some of the Watchery, right? You guys have a pretty major ocean not too far from you.
Yeah.
So,
It's a flood
tropical
warning right now.
tropical storm. We didn't get no rain, but we got low 90s, and I'm sure we got some clouds from it, but that's about it. Man, what up, guys? I feel like it's been forever since we talked a horror movie, but it's just been last week.
It was like yesterday, obviously.
Oh, it just feels like yesterday you just left me? I see how it is. Man, yeah. Let's talk a little bit last week. Last week we discussed what did we discuss? Was it that bad of a pick?
I can't remember the pick at all.
It was Thanksgiving.
There you go. Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, see, Thanksgiving was a fun episode. It wasn't that bad of a movie. Nick led into it. So yeah, Thanksgiving. If you guys want to, you can go back and check that out in the archives. You can listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts. Just search the Cinema Movie Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, Instagram. You guys can also follow and get the links on the social media Instagram page, Friday the 14th podcast. Also search the social media at Swamp Productions, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Just search it up. You can also hit up the Friday the 14th podcast or Wrestling Tacos. All the links are fed right into those social media links. Nick, we can also find you where at? Where can we find some of the Nick at?
You can find me at my job, which I'm not going to say out blur out loud, but or you can find me at the 4K bad guy, and also Wrestling Tacos.
Oh, and I
He
think
doesn't post on Wrestling Tacos, so you can't find him there. I don't know.
We can find you, Franco, there at as well, right?
At Wrestling Tacos, I post clips almost daily, like it's my job, because it is my job.
It is your job. Speaking of wrestling, let's get into some recent watches. You can lead into that if you want, Franco. How was the weekend of wrestling, and how was Monday Night Raw?
Those 3 shows I went to this weekend. I finished editing 2 of them. The other one's on Title Match, RCW. But I went to Monday Night Raw. That was surprising. It was probably the best Raw in, like, I don't know, since The Rock came back, maybe. So, that was a really good Raw. Seth Rollins came out, returned after being gone for only 2 months. And then, yeah, it felt like it was going to be, I thought it was going to be out longer. It's like Royal Rumble or some shit, but yeah. And then Uncle Howdy, Drew McIntyre quit. No CM Punk, unfortunately. That was a disappointment.
Now I don't feel bad for missing.
We talked about it last week. We thought, I asked if CM Punk was advertised. Drew McIntyre walks on, quits. You think he'll show up on SmackDown in Chicago and just completely destroy CM Punk?
I'm kind of hoping he shows up on TNA.
I kind of have a feeling he'll just show up on SmackDown and just completely demolish CM Punk. So I don't know. How was was it as loud as it was on TV? The Seth Rollins pop?
I don't know. I haven't watched Seth Rollins pop. The only thing I've seen, like, 30,000 times already is the Uncle Howdy stuff. But
But you were there
uh,
live for Seth Rollins, so was it pretty loud?
it was pretty loud. I think the Corpus has a reputation of being like one of the worst cities for WWE,
Oh,
and
really?
I think they showed out. Was a good reaction. I think the Corpus crowd knew that going into it, so I think they're trying to stay hype up all night, even for the pre-show, which was like the main event stuff. They were hyped for the two matches that were, in my opinion, shitty matches, but people were hyped for it.
My actual question is, was it in reality, was it sold out or was it scalper bought out?
It was sold out, but I know the scalpers did still have tickets that were available. But as far as like the box office, it was actually sold out. If you went to the box office, they will turn you away.
God damn it.
It was pretty steady on TV. I know watching it live on TV, it's pretty steady. It was pretty loud. Um, I won't get to experience that till September. They're gonna have a SmackDown here in September, so I'm
Man,
excited
lucky
for that.
bastard.
Why is that?
I love SmackDown overall, honestly.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
season.
it's gonna be a disappointment to me if Cody Rhodes isn't there. So
I'm sure
But-
he will be. Him, probably Reigns will be back as well.
um,
Like,
yeah.
that was
So
but that's the thing at SmackDown, right? The whole Bloodline story.
yeah. Anything else you checked out, or what'd you guys think of NXT?
Oh yeah, NXT. Joe Henry made his, I guess, debut for NXT, and then got eliminated first. But from what it looks like, he's gonna be appearing on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT in the future
Really?
because he did like a little segment backstage with Shawn Michaels, and it seemed like he could show up at any time.
Hmm.
So I'm excited for that.
Nice. I saw that as well. The Frankie Kazarian, I thought he had a really good turnout in the Battle Royal.
I thought he was gonna win it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it'll be pretty dope if he wins it. But yeah, I think he got eliminated like third to the last.
It was a pretty good NXT, honestly. I would have say, me personally, I thought it was just as good as Raw. Raw was a little bit better, obviously, with the whole, Wyatt sick thing at the end, which I thought was done very, very well.
Yeah,
Um,
people
They shot Chad Gable.
were saying online that Carmelo Hayes got hit, Braun Strowman, Gunther, but all those guys that got hit besides Chad Gable were all indie wrestlers, extras, and all that stuff.
Hmm.
And we knew a few of them, like the Gunther guy we see all the time, Casey Blackrose. The one that they're saying was Carmelo Hayes is a new student here in Corpus, Rod. And Jesse Funaki, the son of Funaki, was also in that extras. And then Anthony Andrews was in RCW and whatnot. So it's
Nice.
cool seeing them get that type of work.
Where do you guys? And we can kind of go into the episode after this, but I personally want to ask, what do you guys think it was well worth the wait after seeing all the lead up to this, and where do you go with a group like this? Like, does Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy feud with somebody, and if so, who would you put him up against first to feud with?
Seems like he's going after Chad Gable, so I guess him.
Ugh.
Feed him.
Unless he's fully dead and off TV, then I mean, but I don't know. I think it was worth the hype. It was worth the wait. I just hope they don't push him. I hope the fans don't ask for him to go to the world title scene, because like Bray, he does not need it. Bray, I think people took over and like, oh, he's getting booked to lose, to lose, to lose. Is like people just turning against him.
I think this goes. I agree. I think this should possibly lead into maybe not being seen again, maybe once or twice. I would be okay with that. And then maybe him attack and cost Seth Rollins the world title. And then maybe his first feud be a huge name, but not for a title like Seth Rollins.
I was thinking going into it that he was going to attack Jay Uso, and that was going to be their first kind of feud, just because he has the Fireflies now. which on Raw they pissed me off because the announcer called it something flies. She could change the name from Fireflies to something for Jay, or Eat Flies. And I was like, yeah, no, don't call it that. That's Fireflies.
Heat flies.
Because it sounds like something we call flies in Oklahoma. Yay, flies, boy! No. I mean, if he does go after Jay, it makes sense to not do it until the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, cost him that, but
Yeah.
I think Jay's about to go into the bloodline thing again. I'm assuming with Roman Reigns and
And if
uh,
that's the
Jimmy.
case, you think one of the Bloodline members cost him the Money in the Bank, or you think he just wins it outright and then still helps Roman?
I want him to win it outright, but they'll probably have like one of the other new bloodline guys in the match as well, and then they'll just be distracting each other pretty much.
Yeah. Nick, what do you think? Who would you like to see Uncle Howdy feud with first?
Hmm.
You can't say Bo Dallas.
Damn it. That's a good question. I mean, I haven't really been fully keeping up with the shows as much, so I don't know if there's any recent call ups or whatever. I mean, they can just attack Alpha Academy, I guess. I mean, I know that team's already pretty much almost done with anyway, because Chad Gable's over healing up, and he died. Huh?
Otis attacked him on Raw on Monday.
Yeah, I'm not keeping up.
It was a big pop for that.
Or some jobber like mid card. I mean, I know you want to attack a main eventer to show that you're dominant and whatnot, but
It's hard to pick someone because it's like what 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just hard to like, oh, they're gonna feud. But there's a whole bunch of groups now, I guess, like Judgment Day, Bloodline. You have Cross and AOP and all them. So it's like makes sense now to have another group attack another group, but it's just hard to pick.
If I had to pick a group to attack a group, I would be like, okay, then if not Seth Rollins, then maybe you cost Damian Priest the world title at Money in the Bank, and you get, Uncle Howdy versus Damian Priest at SummerSlam. I don't know.
They tried to recruit Finn Balor, the Demon.
Yeah. Where you get Uncle Howdy versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Nick,
yeah, the only thing. Oh, that was the only thing I have been coming up with was just the whole Diamond Left thing. It's silly, but were you about to ask me what recent watches besides wrestling was?
Yeah.
Besides bed rests, I actually was just watching a movie called was it Love and Time Travel on Tubi? It's more of a low budget indie film.
This is about love and time travel.
That's yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Slow week for me. I just checked out the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies to talk about some fuel for my recent episode on the podcast when we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then I checked out Bed Rest for today. And then the one I would recommend probably would be Bob Marley's One Love. If you guys could check that out, I believe it's on Paramount Plus.
I haven't seen that one. Been wanting to.
Yeah. Pretty good. Or if you guys are on my Vudu, it's on there as well, I believe. So if you guys are out there listening or watching, recommend something to us. Send it in as a comment, message, social media it up, and or send us an email. So
One more recent watch I did get to see was The Watchers by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Oh yeah, how was that? I've kind of heard some mixed things, but I heard overall it was pretty good.
Considering it was her first film, I mean, I saw some M. Night thrown in there. He produced it, but I'm pretty sure he had his eyes on that. It was average. My brother, I think he wanted to go see it with my dad. He did not like the movie.
Mm.
I say okay.
Damn. Yeah, I was like, damn, M. Night Shyamalan having two movies come out in 1 year, but I didn't realize that this one was his daughter. Then his actual movie comes out in August, I believe.
Now that one, I'm with Josh Hartnett. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. It should be pretty interesting. He's a serial killer, but he's like trapped inside of a baseball game, right, in a
It's
stadium
kind of
or
a
something, right?
spoiler.
Oh, did I
Not
spoil?
bad. It's in the trailer. You see it, but yeah, it's like the whole raw concept looks cool. Being a concert venue. Imagine if they got Taylor Swift to be in that movie.
Mm. Mm. Let's get into today's episode. Um, Nick's pick, and we're watching Bed Rest, which you can currently stream now on Tubi. Even though it was a Tubi exclusive, it did make $1.6 million at the box office. IMDb has it at a 5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 12%. Letterboxd is a 2 out of 5. And the Metascore is a 7%. A pregnant woman on bed rest begins to wonder if her house is haunted or is it all in her head. Starring Melissa Barrera, Guy Burnett, Eddie Inksetter, and directed by Laurie Evans Taylor. Again, you guys can check this movie out exclusively on Tubi. Nick, we'll start with you. This was your pick, so is this the first time you watched it, or did you watch it before, then suggested it, or how did you come to find this movie?
I'll slip into Tubi one day, one fateful day. No, I remember seeing it pop up, and it's like one of those where you're scrolling and then you kind of stop for a bit, and then it auto plays the little preview thing. So I'm just watching it like that. So it looks kind of interesting. It has the girl from Scream, but I didn't watch it at that point. It's until last night, I guess. But I was like dozing off towards the end of the movie, so I had to. As soon as I got back home today, I rewatched it again.
First time watch for me. Honestly, when you mentioned this, I looked at the poster. I was horrified. I was like, "What are we getting into?" But I watched it for the first time yesterday, so I'll have some. Honestly, when I thought it was over, I was like, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, Franco, what about you? First time watch as well?
Yeah, first time watch today. Whenever he said this movie to review, I assumed it was gonna be like was it Disturbia? You know how they're on house arrest? I assumed it was something like that, like similar. I was wrong. It was I enjoyed it though. It was more enjoyable than I assumed it was gonna be. So yeah,
That's true. Same here. Let's dig into it. Uh, Obviously, she's pregnant. She's the main feature. She's the main chick. She's the main side chick from Scream 5 and 6.
It's not chick.
I think we can all agree she's the best part about this movie, at least actor wise. And the
yeah.
film does a very good. It does very good work of putting her in those situations where she is displayed to be the person. She's got the best scenes when it comes to emotions, fear, jealousy, hatred. She has all those emotions in this one movie. What do you guys think?
She's the main. It's about her. So I mean, if she didn't, I would have not enjoyed this movie.
Well, there are some scenes where they kind of hang out a little bit too much with Daniel, her fiance slash husband, boyfriend. I don't know what he is
That
in the
dude got
movie.
annoying fast.
Huh?
He got annoying fast.
Oh yeah.
His face, his hair, just everything about him. I was like, oh, why is this guy in this movie? Should have been
His,
me.
his accent.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing y'all talk about Melissa Barrera last week, but I didn't know it was her until like halfway through the movie. At the beginning of the movie, though, the first scene, I think it's the first scene, she's on the phone.
Mhm.
That was her worst acting in the movie because it didn't seem feel like she was on the phone with anybody. Like the way she was like quick with the responses. Just felt too quick. But that was the only grip I had on her. After like halfway through, I was like, who? What actress is this? She looks familiar. I was like, oh, yeah, Melissa Burrow.
I don't want to sound like the bad guy either. Hey, Nick. But I also wanted to say, like, even though she's the best part of the movie, and we're gonna talk about this in a few weeks with Scream 6, but I'm not so mad that she left the Scream franchise now, kind of after watching this movie. I don't know if you guys want to agree or disagree or just wait to talk about it during Scream, but I kind of felt like losing Jenna Ortega was a bigger loss than losing Melissa Barrera.
Savage.
Like in this movie, I feel like she's her low points and her weaknesses definitely get exploited in this movie.
I'm gonna disagree with you just because the only reason people are gonna miss her in the Scream movie is because was she like the daughter, wasn't she?
Of
Or
yeah,
that was the main reason. It wasn't because of the acting or the star power of Jenna Ortega, but it was because of her association. If you switch that up to Jenna Ortega's character, then it would have been different reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, her weaknesses did get shown in this movie. Also, didn't know that her main acting was telenovela telenovelas, however you pronounce that.
what
Novellas. There you go. Novellas.
novellas?
Yeah,
Mm.
you know, the Spanish soap opera movies things.
Oh, she was. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know
That
that
was like
either.
her main acting before like Scream and this movie and other movies.
Nice. Um, where do you guys stand on these unborn horror stories?
I'm
You know,
sitting down right now.
there's
The
a
unborn.
well, yeah. I mean, there's quite a bit of them out there. You know, Rosemary's Baby,
Yeah.
Unborn. Do you guys like these kind of horror movies, or are they a little kind of? Uh,
I don't think I've seen any of them.
no.
I think I've seen Rosemary's Baby, but like when I was like 10, so I don't have an opinion on them.
I'll get some flack for this, but you're not missing much. It's just a overdrawn 70s boring horror story.
I remember it being boring, but I
Yeah.
also like old movies, as y'all know.
Nick, do you like some of these unborn stories, horror movies about babies, or are you like, I'm okay with not seeing some of them?
I can do without that type of side. I mean, I get the they're trying to, it's like a disadvantage for the person. Oh, this person has a baby attached to them, whatever. I mean, honestly, it didn't really add too much. No, I mean that's the whole story. I was gonna say it didn't add much to the story, but I mean, honestly, you could have done without that.
Yeah, because throughout the whole movie, you're thinking that the baby inside her is probably like haunted, right? What were you guys kind of going with the story like? If you guys were guesstimating while watching it,
I was just thinking that the ghost or the kid was gonna try and kill the mom. That's my whole thing.
It's like a evil revenge child or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
What about the countdown? Was another big like no for me. I don't know about you guys, but I did not enjoy the countdown.
It was good, and then once they threw that in there, I was like, okay, well, this is gonna suck, and it did. It was unnecessary.
It made everything feel like it had to be rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you think, Nick?
I was gonna say, like, they start with like a high number, like, well, this movie's only like an hour and 30 minutes or so, whatever. I'm like, well, obviously we're not gonna get all those days, so it's gonna be a build tie job. I would say the movie I do like that they incorporate that is The Ring, like 7 days. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a premise around it though, so
yeah. And it's only 7 days, so for an hour and 50-minute movie, 7 days works. But for this being an hour and 30-minute, 40-minute film, and you're kind of counting down what, like 9 months Everybody and
It was
everybody,
90 days.
yeah, and everybody kind of knows with like a countdown, there should be like a really big payoff at the end of that countdown. At least it gets me hyped up for something big. Um,
Big.
What'd you guys think of the boyfriend though? Kind of like pushing um, their firstborn situation kind of away. Like there's a scene in the movie where they're like, "Oh, congratulations, is this your first?" And she kind of like is paused, and then she doesn't know how to answer it, and then the husband steps in like, "Oh yeah, it is." She's like, "Whoa, technically it's not," but she has that look on her face.
I can understand his reasoning, but also he's a dick. So fuck him.
Yeah.
Maybe a dick, but I mean, these are complete strangers. I don't think that's how you want to open up with.
That's true. You both bring up pretty good points.
Yeah, but he could have mentioned like, "Oh, it's complicated," or "Why the fuck are you asking?"
Yeah,
Stranger.
Stranger.
true. Stranger Things. Yeah, he is a Richard for sure. But that scene right there automatically makes me not want him to survive, not make me want to like him for the rest of the movie, which at the end of the day ruined his whole storyline premise from the get go.
Sure,
So
the duck points that he didn't get it.
yeah. I'll tell you what scene was pretty weird, but like cool, but like also heartfelt was the shadow box scene. What do you guys think when she's like going through the shadow box of like her first baby? Like I guess there's like little pieces of clothing and stuff in it.
Oh, I liked it. I liked the scene that was leading up to her waking up in the car.
Yeah.
The car and the ceiling.
Let's talk about the scene that makes her technically like bed rest though, where she trips or she slips and she goes down the stairs. She goes tumbling. Uh,
That was the only scene that I guess scared me. I jumped a little bit. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" But I was also kind of on my phone already at that point, so
already.
yeah, it was a
Already.
well, I was posting clips and shit, so I was like real quick, like 5 seconds in between.
I wasn't posting clips at all, and I kept looking at my phone too. So,
Yeah, don't
if I'm
feel
being
bad.
honest.
Yeah. That's probably one of the scenes where I'm like, that kind of got my attention, just like you guys, and I'm like, oh, pregnant lady fell. Somebody get her a Dr. Pepper.
Really? Give me the No, she fell on her ass. She didn't sound like she fell off like on this side or anything.
She twisted her ankle too, though.
Twisted that
Like
ass.
she went fully.
But she fell on her ass.
Yes.
Which, if she was having anal babies, that would have really done some damage. So, but I mean, for it looking like a fake pregnancy, for her not really, it kind of looked good. Um, I don't think it would have been.
The cat jump scare was the scariest part from Kidna.
No, I mean, if you're like dozing off and you're just like, okay, you're on your phone, it probably would. But I'm just like, I've seen this one many times before. The cheap cat scare.
I think this felt more like which I kind of think it is like a psychological thriller more than a horror movie. So that's what it felt like a little bit more to me, almost like a tragedy love story more than anything.
You watch the same way?
Yeah,
Love story?
yeah,
It threw me off too.
because at the end of the day, like she's trying to replace her love and trust with her husband or her boyfriend more than anything because of the fight that they had where she's not taking her medicine, he thinks it's all in her head. So she's not only trying to prove to herself. What's that?
That's another thing. He was making it seem like it was all in her head, and at the ending, we find out that he knows about the everything. It's like, yo, dude, what the fuck? You're an asshole. I hope you die. And spoiler alert, he didn't.
No.
You know who did that? No way.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of just what I got from it. That was like a fucked up weird horror love story kind of, but it didn't like even the jump scares didn't get me at all. Like,
Oh boy.
yeah,
Um, you know that because we're talking about the whole love story, whatever. When they're going about how they met and everything, that it's like what she was doing in an antique shop, and yeah, he pretended he had like a messed up watch, whatever. Same exact story that me and Franco met, honestly. Story out there.
Yeah, I had a messed up watch and whatnot. At an antique shop when we were 8.
messed up watch.
Now, watch is funny enough. Whenever Franco first started working, he got us some matching watches, Batman and Superman watches.
You said they were Batman watches.
That one's
Batman
actually
and Superman.
Oh dang! Did he give you the Superman watch?
no, he's a Batman guy.
Nice.
Speaking of watches, though, you remember whenever Burger King did the collab with Simpsons and they had those Simpson watches? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I think I remember that, but I wasn't even big on Burger King to even get toys from there.
That's why
Until
they
they
get watches.
until they had the gold Pokemon cards, then we were all going to Burger King.
Those were nice.
Yeah, they are.
I still got I think I got Jigglypuff.
I had
Shit.
like 7 or 8 of them, and I tried to put them up on Facebook Marketplace for just $50, right? That's all I wanted, and people thought I was like lowballing them or like jipping them. They're like, "You should give them. You should no. We want them for $40." I'm like, dude, $50 is good for these little fucking Pokemon cards. Damn, you bastards.
Cheap.
Yeah. Um. What do you guys think about the reveal? Once the reveal of the family happened, and you kind of get the sense of, oh, this is why she's being haunted. The family, I guess, that like previously was in the house before. The story kind of went all over, and I was like, what the hell am I watching?
So it seemed rush,
Yeah.
like from that part until um she gets in the bathtub and has the baby, and then the part in between from the bathtub to the ending felt forever. But that part seemed rushed for no reason. I was like, I could rather have it had switched. But I did enjoy the reveal and everything. Him saying that he knew about it being haunted and everything, and us making him hating him for being a dick.
He's a savage. I think there was 2 times where they try to tell you something that wasn't really not true. Like because there's that scene where the ghost boy, when she asks him like, "Where's your mom?" and he points. I mean, we find out it's not even what was his name, Andrew.
Yeah.
Well, I was even her son to begin with, but like he pointed. Of course, I think I went back to watch that part to see if the mom was in the background, but she wasn't. But that's whenever the window closes. I was like one of those trying to throw you a little curveball kind of thing.
And then whenever PA says that they want her the baby,
And they
and
try to blame the
yeah,
older woman.
yeah,
I want that bitch out of here. That's pretty like I don't know. That scene was kind of hilarious. How they just show it like she's on the outside and just peeking over like, oh, how's that? I did nothing.
The demon wanted the baby for we all know why, for demon tax purposes.
Tax purposes.
Yeah.
Gotta collect that check there.
even demon pay taxes.
This may be a given, but who's hot in the film? Maybe we might throw a ballpark out and say the maid, the one who's kind of watching
Maid.
Yep,
yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the ghost lady mom.
I was waiting for her to go and give Melissa Barrera sponge bath.
There was 2 bath scenes. I was like, what's going on here? I'm trying to really sell that sex appeal.
Yeah, you tried to don't lie, Nick. You tried to pause it and see a little bit of side boob action. It's obviously Melissa Barrera was probably pretty good looking in this movie. We all agree.
Yeah,
I suppose so.
it's
What
kind of.
they say.
I mean,
That baby bum did something. You know what I mean? No.
You got to think for MILFs, yeah.
You
it's
know
like a
when they
year older than me.
when they revealed about the story about the horror family or the family that previously, and you kind of got a look of the demon, I started getting some Curse of Layla Rona. I know that I completely butchered that, but I'm
Like, I
like,
don't
wait
know.
a minute, yeah, Lorena. You
I
know
was
that's
like,
how
who
we
the hell's the Layla?
that's how we say it down here. Lorena,
You say the
Lola.
Macarena?
Lo Macarena. Did you guys get kind of the same little vibes?
Yeah, because what they said she drowned them, drowned the
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah, that part. I was like, oh, maybe they stole that from that.
little knockoff version. I can't be mad at it though, because every horror story kind of has their own little side twist of almost everything. So, which made a little bit more sense, I guess. So,
La Llorona.
say it again.
La Llorona.
There we go. But yeah, that's
Ni
kind of
hao.
me how. Hey,
I forgot to say the beginning of the show. I didn't give you
yeah. So going towards some of the scenes that kind of felt like it was just rushed. Once you get to the actual birth scene and she gives the birth to the baby in the tub, and you know, earlier in the movie when you hear that the floor is like weak and you're like, oh, that's gonna come back around somewhere in the movie, I think, and it obviously did, and the tub goes through the floor. We're spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it. We're 38 minutes into the episode. She dies after giving birth to the baby. Where do you guys think she actually died at? Just giving birth naturally, or like the fall, or it doesn't really explain, but where would you guys say she died at?
Probably the fall.
The fall?
And I was wondering how the baby survived that fall because it's a newborn. Like it's 5 seconds old, and it was still alive.
probably had a lot of cushion. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
still, like just the impact, the shaking, the actual, falling.
And who the fuck cut the umbilical cord?
no one. Movie magic.
Did the demon like bite it off? Does it show it? Did I miss something?
It does not show it, no.
Deleted scene for the DVD.
That's how she died. She nobbled off the umbilical cord and she bled to death. The baby just magically detached, like in NASA. When you connect to the space station to fuel up, it just magically detaches afterwards when you're done.
So she just fell down through the ceiling, and then she just bled out from pregnancy or also the fall as well.
Probably. That demon bit.
The fall should have even killed her. I mean, all the stress, everything going on,
Probably the asbestos.
giving birth.
They just wanted to do it just to give you a little twist, honestly. I mean,
in the floorboards.
It was a twist.
Because you think she's about to go somewhere out of nowhere. She got powers. Or you think that's what you're at? It's like how you find this ghost?
I was like
Can't be
ready.
grabbing ghost.
I was like, man, I'm about to be pissed off in this whole entire podcast, and then like after the reveal, I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. I was like, what in the poltergeist did she just get random powers to destroy the dead?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
She had like the power of a will or whatever. Power of love. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna show slam her tail, but
But then you
I
get
mean,
you get the twist, and it's like the ghost Patrick Swayze storyline. She looks over and she sees her dead body, and I'm like, whoa, we feel bad now. I bet.
hmm it's like leave him alone, leave Brittany alone. Type of, I don't know, but I thought it even got cheesy whenever she just drags out going to the outside the house or whatever. She just got dragged to hell or somewhere.
Dragged from hell.
Dragged me to hell.
Yeah.
I can't haunt this place anymore. I'm dead now.
I was like, Jason goes to hell.
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
I mean, I know we're already pretty much rushed the end there. The scene that
They rushed the
it was
ending.
like they rushed the movie, but then they paused for a second to drag it out.
Yeah.
The maid when she gets thrown out the window, that scene was pretty hilarious to me.
It was. They just show the body there.
Felt like a scene from like a scary movie parody.
You know, I was expecting like the Halloween, like Michael Myers just gets up. Didn't happen.
She, she got a reward though for that. She was gifted a baby, wasn't she?
I was like, what? Did a word from for doing that part in the movie? But
Yeah.
yeah, here's a consolation prize because you couldn't have kids. I think that was her storyline. She couldn't have him, but she would take care of him.
That
The
should not be,
director,
that should not be funny.
the director wanted a happy ending for everybody in the fucking movie.
You get a baby, I get a baby, she gets a baby.
Yeah, I was like, Melissa was straight up ready to go straight to heaven. It's like
like
the maid's like, oh, nah.
the husband's like, I want my wife. I don't want a baby. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'll
It's
go
like,
back.
you just had our child. What are you doing? You ready to settle for death?
It should have been. It would have been a fun ending if the ghost of Melissa comes through and sees the baby and the dad playing, and then all of a sudden, like the new side mom comes out. What up, fam? Like
Side mom.
he already went out and got he already went and moved on. The baby looked only like 3 months, so 3 months is plenty of time to grieve, right? Then get back out there.
3 months.
90 days. It's like a mail order bride thing, right? I mean, that story would probably get you all the ladies at the local bar. Oh yeah, she died like 90 days ago. He was like Australian, right, or from the UK. She
You
died
talk
like
with some
90 days ago.
go.
Going to the bar and enjoying a nice little Guinness.
And he just walks up with the baby in his hands, his arm. By the way, got a
That
baby.
that baby will get me some levins. He holds it up at the bar like Mufasa, like.
He's trying to get a date. Hey, he needs a brother or sister.
That's funny. Yeah. See, we wrote a better ending.
Oh, I would bring back how he would have ended it.
Yeah. And it set up for a nice little sequel too, didn't it?
Did it?
Did it?
I don't know. Maybe
No.
it could have been.
Bed rest part 2.
It's set up for a
Something
prequel.
I was gonna say, you're talking about all these characters and actors. We forgot one key actor in this whole movie. We didn't talk about the cat. Deserves his flowers.
I hate cats.
Go fuck yourself.
So, anyways,
Oh, that's funny. No. I have a black cat and she scares the shit out of me all the time, so
good.
yeah. One day I know she's just gonna wake up on top of me and just gouge out my eyes.
It's Black Cat, you say? Is the
Well,
name
you
Binks?
actually, my daughter named it Raven. Its name is Raven. So, but yeah, ending felt rushed. I guess everybody kind of wanted to get a happy little ending in there. Um, yeah, I didn't like the ending. Like Franco said, I kind of felt like a lot of it was rushed. The moment you start developing the backstory of the haunted house and the family and the, you know, the lady drowning her kids, the mom from Shutter Island, whatever you want to call it. So it was all just kind of like rushed. Once you hit the hour and 15-minute mark, you're like, you look up and it's like, oh, it's over. I gotta fast forward the last 10 minutes. What happened? This movie just does not get a good story wrapped around its little finger to grasp you in. That's where I had a hard time with it. This is definitely one of those movies where you're gonna pick up your phone. I guarantee it.
I did.
Yeah. Did you guys like the ending, or we all agreed it was just rushed and kind of just thrown out there?
Yeah, it was rushed. But didn't the ending have a nice little tune music as the credits?
Did it?
I don't know. Just something nice, right?
It was my favorite
Is that
part of
the
the
beginning?
movie. The ending credits. So, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. Based off that little preview I'd watched for this movie, I thought because I saw the monitor on the like the iPad or whatever, I thought they would have. I mean, I used it a few times, but I thought they probably would have used it more often.
I thought they used a good amount. Didn't want them overdoing it.
Yeah, I guess. I just wonder why did the kid Andrew even pretend to be the son? Just kept calling him. It's like Andrew, it's me, your mom. It's your liar. Whenever you find out that little article, whatever newspaper, I was like, oh, it's the La Llorona with her kids.
Maybe it's like Coco. If nobody remembers that little boy, he just really dies and goes to the afterlife.
So that's spoiler. And I didn't see that movie.
Oh shit! You haven't seen Coco?
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of the newer Pixar movies that kind of just,
It doesn't have a kid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
but neither is that. What? Did Coco come out? Late 2010s?
Coco's good. You know, instead of doing Under Paris next week, we're gonna do Coco.
Hell yeah.
Shark movie? What was that movie?
Coco's kind of horrifying, kind of. That's a little, maybe maybe.
Isn't it like Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah. Perfect
And
movie
after
for
that,
Friday the
we'll,
14th podcast.
so after that, we'll do a Coraline or a Frankenweenie.
Nah, I'll pass on those.
Hey, you know what? That's true. Maybe soon we can do animated film. We haven't done an animated movie on this podcast yet, have we?
No, and we're not going to.
Oh, okay.
Straight up. Nah, I mean, if you want to do a little spin-off series,
Nope, you're good. You said no.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, how can you do that? Just one click of the button and you just unplug your camera? No, he did a nice little magic trick there. We'll start with you, Nick. Did you have like a favorite scene or two?
When the maid died. That was a fun scene. It was more just some visuals and whatnot. I do like the little car on the ceiling. You know, it's pretty cool. I just wish they made the kid a lot more creepier looking. I mean, he was like a normal looking kid. Like if they gave him like probably some creepy, more deadlier makeup look. Yeah, that scene on the outside could have been more effective. Like when he does a point.
What if he would it be too much of he drowned it, right?
Yeah, I mean the kid's drowned, so he could have like a
Would it be
water
too
affects
much?
him.
Would I was gonna say, would it be too much of a spoiler if, like, when he talked, water would kind of come out of his mouth like a little bit? Would it be too
You understand what he
horrifying?
said now? He's all.
Waggle, 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 waggle.
Oh,
Um, if I had to pick a favorite scene real quick, it'd probably be, uh, you know what? The scenes where she's like doing yoga and stuff in bed, and she's like, "Yo, this bed rest ain't gonna put me down. I'm gonna eat
excuse me.
cereal. I'm gonna watch TV." When she was doing like the whole exercise and stuff, ain't nothing gonna keep me down. She was staying positive. She was doing her stuff in bed. Um, no, also for I enjoyed. Um, it was kind of horrific, but you know what? The scene where she is in the bath, she gives the birth. It's real bloody, and she falls through, and she die. That was probably one of the better, well done scenes. And then the end credits.
Straight up.
What about you, Franco?
I really enjoyed the commercial breaks.
Those are fun too.
Now, whenever I like the scene where the maid dies, like Nick said, but leading up to it, the whole reveal, they go to the closet, and it's one of the other little boys, and like he just crawls up fast. Just made me laugh.
Oh man, that was some of the effects were like, what was going on here? You need slower would have been nice too, like, but the over running.
And when she chokes out gets powers and chokes out the La Llorona.
The fight scene was definitely. I was like, all right, this is the climax. This is the part, the end of the movie.
It was
Something
just
better go
so
down.
quick.
It kind of
Just
felt like
choked her.
aliens. The second Alien movie. Get out of here, you bitch.
Which why is
Oof.
the ghost so weak though?
Ghost of the week.
And I was like, why is that ghost so weak though? I mean,
It's already a no
it's
ghost.
all.
Like from what, the 70s?
I was like, I was gonna say all talk and no bite, whatever, but all bark no bite. But
I thought ghosts can't hurt people, bro.
you had that like that the whole thing where like she tried to be intimidating, but she's not. She ain't about it.
She's like, yo, I'm playing. No,
Dog
fam.
show, bro, was a prank.
It's a
But
prank.
ratings, since it's my movie, I will voluntarily go first.
Good.
Damn it. So this whole movie, this rating is purely based off Melissa Barrera. That being said, 2 loaded machetes,
2 loaded Marissa Barrera tacos.
Barrera tacos.
I have the same opinion as you. 2.5. 2 loaded.
2.5. 2 loaded. I'm gonna give this 1 loaded. I'll give this one. I'll give this 1.5 stars. 1.5 Barrera tacos.
Mm,
So
I think if you have nothing to watch on a rainy day, you should put this on.
perfect day
However,
to watch it.
you
if
should
you
bed
have
rest,
stuff to do, don't watch this movie.
or if you want to watch anything else on Tubi, give it a shot.
If you want to see Melissa Barrera's discography, this should probably be the last movie you watch first.
Or if you want to see her in the bath.
That too.
Twice.
1.5 for me. Bed rest. I think they could have came up with maybe another name. The Curse of Lorena.
The Raina? Raina. Not the Macarena.
Barrera tacos. Damn, I'm hungry now.
I know Barrera chicken.
Gross.
What's up next week? Next week we'll talk Under Paris. It's a Netflix film. It's my pick. Unfortunately, I'm going off of what everybody's talking about, and there's been some mentions of, hey, I wonder what your thoughts are on this movie. So, June 26th, next Wednesday, we're talking Under Paris.
I'll be honest with you. My least favorite type of horror movies are creature films.
Creature films. There we
So
go.
I am
Mm,
not excited about this.
yeah, I'm skipping on this one. No, yeah.
That being said, I won't be here next week.
I've just had a lot of people commenting and looking and suggesting like, hey, this movie tripped me out. What the fuck did I just finish watching? I'd really like to hear your thoughts. And it's trending on Netflix now, so why not talk about something that's trending? So Under Paris is what we'll talk about next week. Um, but before we get to next week, we got to go through the weekend. Uh, what are you guys doing this weekend? Any shows? Any live events?
Got 3 shows this weekend. Friday, I'm in San Antonio for United at the Yard. It's legit backyard wrestling. Like it's wrestling inside someone's backyard, but they're professionals. They're not backyarders. And
Interesting.
then Saturday, I'm in San Antonio again for Hybrid School of Wrestling, which is one of the many schools in San Antonio. One of the 2 schools, I think, actually. And they're having a championship tournament, I believe. So that's gonna be cool. So clips of that will coming up soon. And then Sunday is the Texas Indie Showcase Quattro
Mm,
in Pasadena, Houston area. And it's basically like 10 promotions putting on a show, one match from each promotion.
damn.
Each year they do it, it's always better than last year. However, in my opinion, this year does not look up to the hype of the past 2 years. That's just my opinion, though.
You gonna
But
be there?
yeah, we're doing clips for 3 of the companies that we work for, which is like Texas Wrestling Cartel, Baracho Pro, and United. So we'll be there.
Texas Wrestling Cartel.
Yes.
Sounds like you got to watch your back with those guys.
Don't say that.
Next week after Franco's pick, Scream 6. I'm excited,
Mm,
but
Going back to Slasher.
it's not the next week after. We will be taking July 3rd off for the holiday, and then we will come back and talk Scream 6.
Which holiday you may ask? It's next birthday. That's the holiday.
There we go. My bad, Nick.
yes, it's the holiday, the Hest of holidays. I
Get
like
this
that.
off your
You
face.
know, you block my face the whole time. Well,
You know, if they could have just held on a few minutes longer, Nick, you would have been a 4th of July baby, and
What time were you born at?
yeah.
uh, like 2:41.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
PM. Never mind
We're
then.
both half.
Nah,
We're both more like 4.
I think it was somewhere like 11 o'clock. I can't remember. Somewhere at night. But three's my favorite number. One of my favorite numbers. So it worked out well, I guess. But as far as the review of the Scream movie, we're going back to Melissa Barrera, and that's very important. That I emphasize on that.
We're going back to slashers because that's what I usually pick in this season.
But mainly versus Barrera and Jen Ortega. But yes, look forward to my birthday. I'll be 1 year older than I was.
Enjoy
should
the
be-
holiday, July 3rd.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Which should be fun. You guys should come back with that Scream 6 episode with hopefully some birthday stories, right?
Big stories, horror stories. Hopefully, one can live stream or whatever. I don't know. It's like FaceTime. Put them on a seat somewhere at the restaurant. Like I save you a seat. You're the one.
There we go. Put the computer there and I'll be there in virtual spirit. So, but yeah, should be fun. Next Wednesday, Under Paris, July 3rd off, and then July 10th, Scream 6. Can't wait. Nick, what about you? You got anything going on this weekend? Are you going to travel as well, or what are you doing this weekend?
That is the question, right? To be continued.
So yeah, I'm should be fun weekend. This weekend, join me Sunday. The 23rd, I'll be talking Demolition Man, Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes. You can also check that movie out on Tubi. So that's what I'll be doing this Sunday on this Sunday's episode. But other than that, that's it for me. I'm good to go. You guys can follow everything I do on the social media. One word, the Cinema Movie Podcast. So that's it for me. Unless you guys want to add anything else before we go to Shark Week next week.
Not looking forward to it. Peace, love, tacos.
See Ultra.
Welcome.